One of the goals that I've had from the beginning when designing the Paperdemon Art role-playing game was to make sure it was really easy to start playing. Just in case you're new here, I'm Susie, and I'm the founder of the Paperdemon Art role-playing game, where you can adventure with your original characters by drawing them adventuring through the Paperverse. When I first got introduced to the concept of art RPGs and started looking at some of the existing ones that were out there, I found that a lot of them were really hard to just start playing. Getting a character, for example, there's often many different ways you can get one, but it's really complicated. I think especially when you're breeding them and getting a genetic output of what the markings and the colors and everything are, you just kind of get this string of text that you then have to decode and compare to a markings sheet and color sheet and try to determine what it all means. And I think that that's way too high of a barrier for most people, especially if you've never played a closed species or art RPG before. Paperdemon primarily stars your own original character. So you basically draw whatever you want for your character with a few limitations. And so it's really easy for someone to kind of jump in and start playing, because a lot of people who like to draw original characters already have some on hand already. So when we decided that we wanted to add a closed species mechanic to the game, I wanted to also make that very easy and accessible. So when we started adding these Parkats to the game, I decided very early on that I didn't want to be giving players a long string of genetic code. I want the game to actually generate the image of what your Parkat looks like. It's going to actually spit out the image by we're going to write code that will take these different layers of images, colorize them based on the genetic information, and smush them together into one image. So this is very common on pet sim sites. If you've ever played any games such as Flight Rising, they do this. When you breed your dragons together, it kind of generates that image for you. With my art style, I like to use a lot of varying colors. I don't want this to be just like one flat color with simple highlights and shadows. I want to have some analogous colors kind of blended in there. So it's going to be pretty complex putting this together. During our beta, we're going to generate these images by hand from a source file in Clip Studio Paint. But eventually we're going to move toward having the website just generate the image. If you've played other closed species or art RPGs before, let me know in the comments what you think of this idea.